up, guys? It's Barcode here, bringing you another Danceville video. No. What's up, guys? I'm just bringing you another account reviews video, not a Danceville. I don't know what Com2Us is doing, but they're kind of going off track from Gatch games and other decently played games. I don't know about Danceville. Might be your thing. It's not my thing, especially dancing. It's not my thing, obviously. You just press rewind and then you can see that, okay? So today we're just going to do some more account reviews. I haven't done one in about a week and a half or so. I know there's people waiting, and you know their issues might have changed by now. So I kind of try to do them as quick as I can, but there is other content that I want to produce out there for you guys, and then also the patch hit. So let me get on that. Okay, the first account review today is going to be on the EU server. It's DEUZXMACHINA. I know there's a real word for that. I'm not into that kind of stuff. So I think it's like an anime. Anyway, so you kind of want, should I 6-star Bajorn ASAP? Yes. F7 Omen team, and you can manually do 5 right now. So 6-starring Bajorn right now is a very good option for you, especially if you're on a vampire, which you are. He can solo F5, so you won't have to manual it anymore. You can just put him in, put a tank and 2 other DPS, and he can solo it himself. I would double awaken him to get this last skill, which is a damage over time level 5. So go ahead and get that. The way you ruined him is fine. I would keep this. I would maybe change this first one to, if you're gonna solo a lot and farm a lot with him, because it's, you know, an expendable rune because it's a 4-star. If you have a blade that has HP or defense, put that in, and that's because it just keeps him a little bit more sturdier to take some hits if he is soloing. Even with the attack on the first skill, you might not leech enough health. So especially since it's only a 4-star and it's only a +9. I would definitely get these to +12 like you did on this 5th-star. Even this one. I mean, you can max this out. This is a 5-star rune. It's a crit rate rune. It's got an awesome attack substat. Max this rune out to a +15. Get as much crit as you can, at least to get it 100%. And then in that case, if you do that, you can use different vampire runes, like this crit rate 9. If you max this out, you'll have over 100%, so you can use a different vamp rune here. You could even use a different vamp rune here to get more survivability or more attack, okay? Or more crit damage. So I would do that. For a 6-star, for 4 or 5 anyway. I mean, you could just take him, Fire Torhino. I mean, you can just take Dark Dunk for another heal if you wanted to, but you can just go straight damage. You could go Gretel and Gottrap. It doesn't really matter. But it looks like mainly your issue is, especially, you know, I'm sure this is just a filler rune, but you don't want any flat stats in 2, 4, 6 unless it's speed like this one. Let me just check your other runes. I think you do know the concept of runes. That's probably just a filler. Definitely always raise 2, 4, and 6 to +12 unless it's this rune. And you know, that's your 4-5 team. 6-starring Bajorn, and doing that you'll have that on auto, no problem. For 4-7, however, it's a little bit different. I would actually start building up your Fire Usher, or your Fire Executor, whatever you prefer. I like Fire Usher better because he has an AoE defense buff of level 4. So you can use him, Bajorn, and then Dark Dunk for your healer for 4-7, and then your last spot would be a DPS. I mean, if you use the damage over time on Bajorn, you could do that, or you could use Dark Gottrap, but he needs very good runes and he needs armor break, so you would have to use Dark Dunk with that. But that's my suggestion to you, unless you get a Nat 5. You could use Forest Lucian. She did get a buff. I didn't see that there, so I apologize for that. So I would actually use her. She doesn't have a damage over time, but she can hit hard with good runes. So floor 7, I would just use Fire Usher, Dark Dunk, Bajorn, and Forest Lucian. Make sure to awaken her, awaken Fire Usher to get the more stat boost for them. So I hope that helps you. Second account review today is going to be ZEOWLOEM. He is in the guild Equinox on the EU server, so shout out to you guys and shout out to him. You really want to know how to focus in Abaddon and floor 8. For Abaddon, you can do a couple different things, okay? It really just depends on who you're facing. I mean, with Abaddon, there's no set elements. It changes floor to floor, so you need a variety of monsters. So for Abaddon, I would honestly always have 2 tanks available. One of each different opposite elements. So for example, you have Fire Executor 6-star and you have Ishmael. That should be fine, because for one, if it is a water monster, you don't want to bring Fire Executor. You want either a forest tank or Ishmael, so you bring him. If it's a forest, then yeah, bring Fire Executor, bring a full fire team, which you do have. So it just depends on Abaddon. And also Abaddon for skill sets, it doesn't really matter till you get very high on the floors. I don't know, you didn't say what floor you were on. I'm on like 67 right now. I haven't focused on it recently. I think I can get a little bit higher. But it really just depends. If you have the damage and the runes to just nuke them out all the way up, then you can do that until you get to around this high 60s and then 70 and up. Then it takes a little bit more strategy, because they start to hit super hard. I mean, when you make a team comp, like I said, variety is what matters, debuffs are what matters, and damage is what matters for sure. You know, Fire Lido is going to help you tremendously. She hits so hard. There's even times, you know, a lot of people don't like Water Lido. However, her last skill is huge. It's a 70% chance to reduce the skill gauge of all enemies by 30% and decreases the defense. She also reduces the enemy's speed, level 5, and disrupts healing. So this all-in-one skill set is amazing for one monster. So if you bring a very high damaging DPS, a support, a great healer, and then a tank, you can get pretty far. You just need to make sure, if you do the support healer route, that your DPS is on point and has great runes. So like I said, it just depends on it. You need a variety of monsters for Abaddon when you get higher in floors. So just think about that when you're starting to build. Have 2 tanks available. Have even, you know, at least 1 6-star damage dealer of every element, and then a support, maybe 2, and then 2 different healers. For floor 8, you could typically take the same floor from floor 7 and take it to floor 8, floor 9, floor 10. The biggest thing when you get over floor 8 and higher is you need a couple things. One, you need an attack break. It doesn't have to be level 5, it should be at least level 2, level 3. Good thing with that is that Ishmael actually has an attack break level 3 on his 4th skill. So you already are bringing that. You do need a cleanse to remove the attack buff off of the dragon. So on a PvE set, if you're using Ishmael for example, he brings a lot of utility and tankiness to the team. So using this 3rd skill, you can remove a buff from the enemy, removing the attack buff from the dragon. You definitely want to have some accuracy on him. I know he's a tank, he's hard to build for everything, but a little bit of accuracy, you know, a little bit of accuracy, a little bit of resist, you know, high HP, high defense, it's hard to build. You need great runes for that. I get it. but it's something to look forward to in advance. But floor 8, I use the same floor that I use in floor 7 that I use all the way to floor 10. And that's Ishmael, Light Moria, Fire Lara, and Water Lucian. Except for on floor 7, I didn't use Water Lucian. I used like Kume or something like that. Anyway, you have the team to be able to do it. I turn all of the combos off because I'm a damage over time team. So for you, I mean, I wouldn't use Ishmael per se, but if you don't get the cleanse, you don't get the attack break. You know, for you, I would probably try to use Ishmael if you can, but I'm thinking Fire Lara and Bjorn for the dots is good for you. I don't know what your accuracy is. You have low accuracy, so that's probably not. If you use Bjorn, you need him to maybe like 30 or 40% accuracy at the least on him. But yeah, I mean, Fire Lara will be a staple in your team from floor 7 to floor 10. I mean, she can do it all. Accuracy is decent, 50%. The thing with her is you need to skill her up ASAP. I put all my skill buns in her. She's practically a nat 5 in this game. Debatable or not, she is. Any Fire Lara or Light Lara, they should be nat 5s. I mean, there's a reason why everybody uses Fire Lara and Light Lara if they have them in their teams. For the majority, okay? Not saying everyone, but the majority. I mean, you have Fire Lita. I mean, this, you would have to have ultimates on, and she would be great for these floors for a burst team because of this decrease in enemy skill gauge. When the enemy isn't using skills, he's autoing and he's not hurting your tank or anyone else on your team. I think these kind of skills are underrated in this game, and everybody just looks for damage or damage over time. But yeah, I mean, I feel like you have the monsters to be able to do it. I would skill. Yeah, Dark Dunk is fine for now. I would skill up and at least 5-star your Water Torhino. Gonna be so great for you for floor 10. If you use Ishmael, Water Torhino, Fire Lara, and then you know you could just fill in the blank for the last one, and you'd be fine. You could do Water Lara, you could do Water Mary, but that would be your team. And you have the monster servants to do it. So good luck. If you have any questions, just comment below. This next account review is going to be for Plan B. He is on the server, Eat the EU server, and he's in the guild Lalilu. I feel like I'm pregnant and I'm playing Metal Gear Solid right now. If anybody knows that reference, maybe that's what the guild name is about. So you are looking towards account progression. Mainly the healer tiles, and then you're asking if Wood Lara is good. And this goes out for everybody. Wood Lara, she is good if we had more water or forest type dungeons. Yes, F7 is a forest type and F6 is a water dungeon, a water type. However, any Lara that has damage over time needs full skill ups to be able to shine and do her job. Putting full skill ups into Forest Lara, if you're not pay to win and have 14, 15, 17 Laras in your barracks to skill up any Lara you want at any time, you get my point? So you want Fire Lara to drop. You can use her in F7, F8, F9, F10, Omen. And profit from that. Wood Lara you can't use in 10, so there's really no point to invest her in 7 when a different element can do the same job in both scenarios, okay? So Wood Lara, use her for Fire Lara or Light Lara skill ups, or for the Combine for Water High. For account progression for healer tiles. So healer tiles are very aggravating, especially when you get higher up. Just wait till you get to Light Mary in the higher levels. It's just ridiculous. So what I personally do, which you have the actual team for it, you can do it different ways. I always bring 2 heal blocks in my team. One of them is a nuker. So I have 2 damage dealers, 2 heal blocks, and I manual it. I don't let it auto, I just manual it. I also bring, and good thing is with Dark Dunk and the healer tiles, he can do multiple different things. If it's a heal over time monster, which I know like Light Mary isn't, but healer tiles, you can strip the heal over time. You just have to manual it. Take the auto, turn the auto off completely so it doesn't use skills for you, and you manual it. Okay, because if you keep it on like the 2-dot auto and you're manualing and doing it in sequential number order, just preparing the skills, sometimes you can miss, and then you miss an opportunity and then you wipe to the tower or something like that. So Dark Dunk has the heal block, and he has a strip to strip the heal over times, which also increases your skill gauge. Now what I do is I bring Forest Enoch as well. You need to awaken him to get his passive, which has a chance, 50% chance to prevent heals on a crit. So I usually bring those 2 people. If other people do not have Forest Enoch, you can use Mia for your master. She has a heal block as well. You just have to time it. So I think I showed this in a different video, I might not have, but you get the first heal block up, whether it's Mia or Forest Enoch or Dark Dunk or whatever. Okay, and you're looking at the enemy skill gauge. When that heal block is gone and that heal is on cooldown, you want to immediately apply a 2nd or 3rd heal block. Now, it's possible, but you need to do it manually, because if you're doing it on auto, it's going to overlap and you're going to miss. Because there is some healers that have a heal on one of their normal skills, and then they have a heal on their combo skill too. So you need to plan these out accordingly. Manually is the only way to go in progression for healer tiles. This next account review is going to be No. He's on the Asia server in the guild Top VN. So shout out to you guys and shout out to him as well. Your questions are about an Omen F8 team, and then also with Laura, which I kind of already displayed in the last account review. So I will just move on to your Omen F8 team. Your Omen F8 team, you definitely have a team to do it. Your Omen F team, you have a team for it. I think it's more on the rune aspect of things. You definitely need some improvement in runes. I see some flat stats where it could be percentages, and you need to farm F7 for a while to get these 5-star runes to replace all these 4-star runes. These runes just aren't cutting it, and they won't in the higher floors. I mean, you still have 3-star runes on your tanks, which I'm not talking down to or anything. I'm just telling you that you won't be able to do it with these stats. I mean, 35,000 and 930 defense isn't going to cut it in these. And like for healers, I would try to shoot for at least plus 100 speed on your healers. It looks like Dark Dunk is your main healer because he's your fastest. So I'm just gonna go with that and think that. But yeah, I mean, you just need to max your runes. You need 5-star runes all throughout to get the potential you need to be able to do F8. You do have a team for it. I mean, you could take Water Executor, Dark Dunk, and I mean, you have a nuke team. You don't have any damage over time teams, but you have the possibility. If you have the runes up, you can do it. You just need good runes. I mean, you're not particularly ready for F8. You might be able to auto it, manual it, but I highly doubt it just because of your tank runes and the slow speed on your healer. So I would recommend for you to actually just farm F7 for 2 weeks or so until you get enough gold, get enough runes to replace who you need to, and then go from there. I mean, you have potentially a very good team to go into 8, 9, and 10. You just need runes. I would do Water Executor, Seikid with the level 5 dot, which you do have. Dark Dunk, because your third DPS is going to be more than likely, she's going to be a burst damage dealer that you need on the combos on. So, you know, whether that's Water Bella, you would have to 6-star her to get the max potential, or you could use Father Hopkins or Fire Zeta since you already have 6-star, or even Fire Carmilla if you're on the combos on. So, you know, whether that's Water Bella, you would have to 6-star her to get the max potential, or you could use Father Hopkins or Fire Zeta since you already have 6-star, or even Fire Carmilla if your stats are there, but you don't have the stats for it to do a lot of damage anyway. I would shoot for maybe, you know, at least 600 more defense and then crit damage in slot 4. So it's just something to think about. But you do have a team. It's just you need to farm floor 7 for a while. That goes with anybody. If you finally clearing F7 and you're still having 3 or 4-star runes, you just need to farm floor 7. You're just not ready for anything else higher. So if you have any questions, just comment below and I can help you out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope all these account reviews help you out. Make sure to check out FG3000, like and subscribe to his channel. He does some good content as well. Please like and subscribe to mine, hit that bell, get the notifications when I bring out videos so I can help you out in the future. So thanks again, have a good day.